Hi, my name is Dr. Jayasri, Assistant Professor in Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering Data Science Department. Today I'm going to deal the topic divide and conquer and the subject design and analysis of algorithms. So actually what is divide and conquer method? So divide is a process where a long sub-problem is divided into the some small sub-problems. Okay, so for example, a problem is there. The problem, we need to divide it into the two sub-halves. Sub-problem 1 and sub-problem 2. And again, conquer is a process where this sub-problem 1 is again divided into two halves again. So, sub-problem 1 is again divided into two halves. And next sub-problem 2 again divided into two halves. So, we have a general method for this divide and conquer method. So whatever we are taking all the inputs, so we need to divide, we need to split into the two sub-halves, all right. So dividing means we need to divide into the two sub-halves, all right. And again that two sub-halves again divided into the next two sub-problems. So all these problems again, for each and every sub-problem, we need to find out the solution. That is called as what? A conquer. All right. So after conquer method, we need to divide into the process and combine. All right. So this is a method called as divide and conquer method. So where we are dividing and we are splitting into the n inputs, and each input can be solved, and after solving that we need to combine. So this is called as a divide and conquer method. So these sub-problems must be solved and this method must be combined sub-solution, and you need to make it as a solution as a whole at the last. So this is called as what? The general method what we are going to design. Now, so in some textbooks we can also call as a divide and conquer method like D and C algorithm. Alright. So when the P is called as a problem where we are going to solve that, and whatever the problems we have, we need to check it out, all these different types of solutions. So I'll make it as normal here. Problem divided into two halves. Again, this problem divided into next two halves. And these two again we are going to combine, and these we are going to make it as a whole. This is how where this process is moving on. All right. So next, we'll take a small example regarding this, and we are going to take out the applications for this particular divide and conquer method, like binary search we can take, all right, merge sort we can take, and quick sort we can take. And now in this class we are learning about the merge sort, how the process will be taken, how it will be divided, and how it will be conquered, and how it will be combined by taking out the elements. So where the merge sort elements will be taken as in the concept, where how it will be divided and how it will be solved, and how we need to find out the solution, and how we make it as a combined as a whole. So we have the merge sort process. So the elements we have to take here 50, 60, 10, 70, 30 and 40. So merge sort example. So these are all the 6 elements that we have taken out here. So we will be start with the low value, mid value, and mid plus 1 value, high value. So in this elements, 6 elements, how we need to consider the basics concepts, and what is the first element to be taken out, and the second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element. And we have a formula called as the mid value. We need to find out the mid value. That mid is equals to low plus high by 2. Okay. So the first element you need to take it as 0. Second element 1. Third element 2. 4, 5. Total 5 elements. From 0 you need to start. and this will be considered as low, and this we will be considered as high. All right, and we have to find out the mid value here. So the mid value is mid is equals to low plus high by 2. So we need to find out this particular value. So what is this? Low. What is the low value here? We have 0 plus what is the high value? We have 5 divided by 2. That is equals to 5 by 2. That is equals to 2.5. So we need to consider only the integer value. So the 2. So this is your mid value. And you need to consider here the I value and J value here. Alright. So the process where you are going to start from this low high, then you are going to take it as now the divide method. So how you are going to divide? One is with low to mid, and next one is mid plus 1 to high. This is where you need to consider the paths here. All right. So now we will take all this process. So we got an idea of what is low, what is high, and all that. Now I'll write here 50, 60, 10, 70, 30, 40. This is high. This is low. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And how you are going to divide now? Low to mid, mid plus 1 to high. Okay. Now, how you are going to divide? What is the mid value here? This is the mid value. So we are going to consider it as 50, 60, 10. So again 0, 1, 2. Again you need to find here the mid value, low plus high by 2. This is low, this is high. 0 plus 2 by 2, that is equals to 1. This side, the left side that we have considered, and at the same you have to move to what? To the right side. One is the first element of the second array. 70, 30 and 40. Again low, this is high, and again you need to find out the mid. 0 plus 2 by 2, that equals to 1. 0, 1, 2. All right. So this is how you need to consider into the first two sub-problems. All right. Again, now this you have to consider into the next sub-problems. So now again, we need to consider 0, 1, 2. And again, now mid equals to 0 plus 1 by 2. That is equals to 0. So you are going to take it as 50, 60, and this is what? 10. At the same, this is also 70, 30, and it is going to divide it as 40. This is divided into 2 sub-halves. This is divided into 2 sub-halves. So this is how the second 2 sub-halves is again divided into the next procedure. And this is dividing part we have completed, and next is what? Concurrent part. For this each we need to find out the solutions into what? Sorted order. So this is not in the sorted order. By saying this only we can assume that it is not in the sorted order. Again we need to frame it in the sorted order. For that we need to check the I and J values. So the first we are moving on to what? Low to mid. So here this is low and mid, and next J will be incremented as like mid plus 1 to high. Mid plus 1 to high. So now first consider how you are going to be considered. Again next halves you need to take it out. All right. So ikkada 0 again you need to take it as 50. This is 60 and this is 10. All right. And next 70, 30 and 10 and 40. So this is how we need to take the process. So 0 values all we have figured out. all the subproblems. And now you need to combine from this method. So how you are going to combine these all the methods? You need to consider the ij values here. All right. So what is the I and j values here? I, you have to compare with the I and this is j value. All right. So how you are going to be compared with I and j value? If you have a next second element, the I will be incremented. Here, if you have any element, the j will be incremented. If you don't have any element, it will be considered as a particular element. So now it is where you are going to be combined all the process. All right. So we have splitted. We have splitted here, as we have seen. We have splitted. Now what you are going to check it out, we need to combine this process. 50 and this is 10. So the 50 is compared with 10. So which one is the less? So 10 is the less. So this will be inserted into the new array now. So this is going to be inserted into the new array. That is what 10 and 50. Okay, and here now the I will be incremented. So I will be incremented. What is the next element we have? Like 60. So here there is no element. So that's why already we have shifted into the new array. And next is what? 50 we have shifted here. So this 60. There is no element to be compared. So that's why we are going to be shifted. As usual, the same process for the right side. So here we have so 70, 30 we have like I element. So you are going to be compared with the element with j. So here I and j values. So I and j values. Here 50 and 60 we have a comparisons 10, 50, 60 that we have completed, and next we have like 70 and 30 we need to compare first. So 30 is in the less. Okay, the 30 is the less value. So we are moving on to the 30 comparison. 70 with 30. The 30 will be inserted here and 70 will be inserted. Next 40 will be. And again you are going to be compared with this 30, 40. 30 will be in the first place, and next the 70 and 70 with 40 you need to compare, and the 40 will be less, and 40 we need to write here, and 70. So this is how the comparisons is going to be taken. And next this and this you need to compare. So the first element with the first and next incremented, next incremented, next incremented, next incremented. So here where we are going to check it out, the last array. So the I value, and this is all the I values and this is all the j values. So the 10 is compared with what? 30. So we have like 10 value. We are going to be inserted the 10 value. And next I is going to be incremented to the 50 and this j. So 50 to 30. So 50 is compared with 30. So 30 is the less and 30 will be inserted into the new array. And this j has been incremented now. So next, so 50 is compared with 40, and again the 40 will be small, so the 40 will be inserted here, and next j is incremented now. So the 50 is compared with 70, so 50 is this, so the 50 is going to take here, and next we are moving on to comparison with 60, and this will be incremented now, and 60 is compared with 70, so 60 is less, and this is the process. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 30, 40, 50, 60. And this is your answer. So we have divided here. We have made subproblems, solution, finding, and we have combined, merged. So this is how the process has been done for the example. For this, we need to learn about the algorithm. So, as our subject is design and analysis of algorithms, so for each and every topic, we need to learn about the algorithms. So, what is an algorithm? Step-by-step procedure. Okay. So, the merge sort we are going to take for this algorithm merge sort. Low and high is the process where we need to continue, and it's a global array to be sorted. If low is less than high, then what is the procedures to be taken? Mid, low plus high by 2, the first formula as I told that. So we need to find out the problem that where the array, the total elements is split into the two halves. All right. And now merge sort, we need to consider with low and mid. And the next merge sort, it will be starts from mid plus 1 to high the process of the j value. And next this low, mid and high. We need to combine the results. So algorithm merge sort low, mid, high. So it's a global array containing the first subsets same again. The objective merge sorted into the single sorted array residing in auxiliary array. So H is taking as low and low is taking as I and J is taking as mid plus 1. All right. So while H is less than mid and J is less than high, when we are comparing the elements from first element to the second element like 5 and 6, if it is less, it's okay. Then you are going to be continue the process. If it is wrong, else. So we need to stop the procedure. If A of H is less than A of J, then you need to consider. So we need to compare the each element as I told that. So if it is not in the sorted order, so we need to compare with each and every element. So next 10. So this element to be compared, this element to be compared. So like this comparisons to be done, and the next, if it is compared with that element, the next value will be incremented. If it is not there in the j value any incremented, it will be considered as it. Alright, else. So what is the else part? Again, B of I equals to A of J. So right side part. So what is the right side part? This is the left side part, and right side part you are going to be considered J equal to J increment value, and this will be continuous. And for K equals to H2 mid of 0, this will be incremented. B of I equals to A of K. Means K is the new sorted array where we arrange all the elements in the sorted order, and this A of K equals to B of K. This is end of merge. So this is how the merge sort will be working out. And for each and every divide and conquer method of sorting technique, we have a time complexity. So the time complexity now we'll see. So the merge sort is a sorting technique based on divide and conquer, and the worst case time complexity is n log n. This is the n log n, right? So it divides array into two equal halves, sorted manner. How it works means, so as I told that first will be divided two halves. Again we'll find the solution, and again it will be combines the part. So this all the automatic values divided into the two sides array. When you are taking 8, it will be divided into two halves. So this is how the process of merge sort will be continued. So we'll see the other example. So here how many elements we have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 elements we have taken. And these 12 elements we have divided into two equal halves again. So it will be divided. So this is low, this is high, and this is mid value. This is mid value. Two halves again it is divided. So there's two halves, and 7, 12, 8, 6, 9, 1, and 4, 3, 5, 10, 11, 12. So again, the next procedure you are going to take like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mid equals to, again, mid value, low plus high by 2. The same procedure we need to do. So again, you will get is what? When we are considering the 6 elements, you will get 3, 2, 7, 12, 8, and again it is divided into 6, 9, 1. So again the right side part 4, 3, 5, and 10, 11, 12. Whatever we are doing of the left side, the same you have to consider as for the right side also. And next again, now it will be again divided. So what is that? So again mid 3, 0 plus 2 by 2, that is equals to 0, 1, 2. Alright, so next it will be divided into the two halves. Either you can take this first two elements or the last element also, it's our wish. So we are in the last example, I have considered the first two elements, and here I have considered as separate element. But here also we can consider as the first element as a separate one, and next two elements as a combined element. So these we have combined. 7 have taken as separate, 12, 8, and next 6, 9, 1, again 4, 3, 5, 10 we have taken as separate, and 2 we have considered as 11 by 2. So again, this is all the division that we have done. Now we need to find out the solutions for this. Divided part is completed. Now we need to combine the part. All right. So combining means we need to check this is I and this is j value. So we need to compare each and every element. Again, 7 is compared with j. All right. So the 7 is compared with j. So which one is less? 7 is less. So 7 is going to be inserted into the new array. And next, so this j will be incremented to the next value. Here another element is not there, so we are going to be considered these two elements. So 12 and 8, so we are going to take it as with 8 as well as 12 in the sorted order. Now again 6 is compared with again 9 and 1, so we need to take it as 1, 6, 9. 4, 3, 5. So again I value and j value. 4 is compared with 3. So 3 is the less, and 3 is going to be given in the new array. And next 4 is compared with 5. So the 4 is less, 4, 5. And again the same procedure, 2, 10, 11. So again these two again we have to give as a sorted order. So next again I value, j value. So again I is compared with 7 is compared with 1. So 1 will be inserted, and next j is incremented, and again 7 is compared with 6. 6 is going to be inserted, and again j is incremented. J is compared with 9, so 7. I is compared with 9, so 7 is less. 7 is incremented here, inserted here, and next one is what? 8. Now I will be incremented, so 8 is compared with 6, so 8 will be inserted, and like this we have combined the solution. And here also the same procedure, 3, I and j value. So 3 is compared with 2, so 2 is less. 2 will be inserted here. So like this each and every part is going to be taken. Now these 6 elements has been combined. Now you need to make it as a 12 element by combining with this more method. And 1 is compared with 1 and j. I and j. So 1 is compared with 2, 1 is less, so 1 will be inserted, and 1 again next I is incremented, 6 is compared with 2 is incremented. Like this the j values will be incremented, and you have going to be inserted the last value. So this is how the merge sort analysis has been done with the help of the algorithm and the divide and conquer method. This is one of the important application in the divide and conquer method, merge sort. This is another example. You can solve it like 100, 20, 50, 13, 5, 75. 7 elements. Big O and log n. The time complexity of the merge sort algorithm is big O and log n. Thank you.